I feel my first belch coming out. I remember thinking how funny it's going to be, and I'm like, think I realize I have the feeling of knowing it's coming out, and you can be the one that controls it, and and you burp at the table when you're a kid, and you think it's funny. You know, think of Calvin Hobbes in the cartoons, is the way he burps, and like that motion, you know, and you're opening up your station tubes and making your burp that much louder, right? So that's exactly what it just felt like. I just remembered feeling that, you know, when you work a Luger. And the term working a Luger. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh, I don't know if the THC is worn off or not. I want to do this again tomorrow. What a fun ride. Oh, my lord. This is just great. Oh, boy. I hope the thing has lots of memory on it. Oh, I should be okay. Oh, wow. The apricot incident. I still haven't gotten there yet. I'm trying. I promise. Oh. Every time I start thinking about that kitchen, I'm remembering something very, very clearly, you know, that makes me start thinking about something else. It's almost like I don't want to remember, you know? It's like, it's almost like my brain is trying to make me not remember what happened at this juncture in life, which is a very traumatic event. So if I remember the folklore of the day, I do not remember the event happening, right? But I can tell you what it feels like happening right now, right? It, right now it feels like I choked on an apricot. So I have a funny feeling that when I found that big box of things that looked a lot like sultana raisins, I think I ate one and found out it was a little too big for my throat and started choking on it. And I think somebody must have caught me and popped it out or something like that. Because that's the only thing I can think of that would that. And it's not the only thing I can think of. That's exactly what fit. And notice how my head's all looking sunken right now. It's because my body's trying to pull the suction out through my sinuses. And I bet you I'm about to remember what that feels like. I'll bet you any money, I'll bet you a fucking $1,000,000 that in about 2 seconds my nose is going to start blowing out mucus. Mark my words, I'm remembering the first time my sinuses blew open and stuff's coming to my face. That is coming in about 2 fucking seconds. Holy shit, here it comes. My pulse meter, let's take a quick look at that. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh, another first memory. Another primal memory. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh my lord. Where are we at? 97. My pulse is only 112. So, it looks fine. I got something now. I still got something stuck in my teeth. Now it's in the inside. The bottom inside, right here. It was an apricot, right? But remembering, I'm remembering the issue with apricots and having them get stuck in your teeth for the first time, you know? When I ate those dried up little raisins in the cupboard I found among the baking goods, next to the bags of, I'm picturing like little chocolate, the chocolate Hershey's Kisses like that, but they're like in bulk. You know, oh, that's what I'm remembering. I think I'm remembering this. Whoa. Jesus H. Christ. I'm remembering looking down and seeing spit in a bowl from snorking in it, because I'm looking at one right now. Oh, my Lord. Because at one point in your life, you looked down into a bowl and saw your snork for the first time, right? And you called it your snork. You know, so that's doesn't really mean it shows me it thinks I have a low blood O2. That's because of the pressure is working on my brain, and what it's doing right now. This is my um, my theory. Because I'm not letting the muscles in my brain that want to bring in air do their thing. They're all freaking out and they want to do their thing. So right now, that monkey with the pressure is in the top end, right? We're just above them, you know, in the airways side of things, right? So all of the reflex actions that you want to, that your body uses to make you do things that involve rapid in and out of air, like sneezing and coughing and hacking and gasping and you know what? This is funny. Gulping is right between those two. I was about to say gulping is kind of between those two. It's the gulping that's been helping me get this done. So now, okay, Jesus Christ, okay, I just figured it out. So I've been swallowing and swallowing and swallowing, right? And I keep on building up pressure, and pressure changes back and forth, right? But if I gulped, which is water and both things work trachea, both work at the same time, right? I won't get the same pressure thing, so it'll clear out the thingy, but it won't build up the pressure. I'll gulp, which is halfway between the air side of things and the food side of things, which is swallowing, regurgitating, yawning, I think happens on the bottom end. No, yawning's in the top end. Um, all the stuff that happens, down below, and hacking and hacking is also, you know what? That's the other gulping and hacking, right? So hacking gets the stuff out, and gulping lets the other muscles do their thing. So when you're in your stage of trying to get to that relaxation state, you want to get to where those two actions, the gulping and the hacking, are as close together as they can. And when you get to that spot, then you let that muscle go as well, and then you're completely relaxed. So at least that's what it feels like. Okay, nothing big going on there. The low blood pressure or the low blood oxygen is because I am because I'm talking, I haven't started. So I'm gonna lie down, and then I'm going to open up my mouth and my nose, and I'm gonna let my body repressurize the two different chambers themselves. And I think it's air out right now. So what happens is this is so neat. This is so much fun. Wait, I just had laughing. I think I just cycled through it. I think I went from laughing there a second ago, and I went to the bodily stuff, right? The horking and stuff, and joking on my food, right? So I went from laughing, and then I went to that. Right, now I'm going to go back into laughing again, because what's happening is when I lie down, and I open up and start letting my breathing going, now I remember the first time choking on something. I'm remembering that, right? At some point in time, you're like, hook, trying to get something out of your mouth, right? The hook. So I remember that happening. It's like it happened all in the same day. It's like it all happened at the same, like in the same hour, like I'm feeling right now. It's that, it feels, the memory is that clear to me right now of those events happening to me. Oh, wow, this is so much fun. So this is going to show, again, a low pulse. It must be past midnight now. Let's take a look at this. Oh, we got 12:06. Oh, so we're going to lie down a second. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to open up and let the air do things, and it's going to start giving me stuff that's funny. It's going to start reminding me of things that I laughed, and I'm going to try really hard not to laugh. And the harder, I'm just going to try to control what it's doing. And I think right now I'm under pressured, so I'm going to try to keep on going under pressure as much as I can. And then when the air starts coming in again, the body starts rewarding me with, it might make you get up and chew again too. But it wants me to gulp and swallow, and no, the air side of things, it wants me to breathe in. It makes me do that, so then I have to stop again in the middle again, so that we're even. So I think, I'm not sure. Okay. Jesus. Everything I touch is remembering the first time I touched it. A folded up paper towel, and with 1/3 down like that. When did I first learn how to do that? I do this every life. You can walk around my kitchen, there's 5 or 6 of them lying around that look exactly like that. I fold it over the top half so that I can keep on using the thing. There's nothing wrong with it. There's only the top. There's something wrong with the top half, right? So when is the first time I learned how to do that? Doing exactly this. It was probably on a camping trip. Out, by the barbecue, by the lake somewhere, running around on the big brown rocks on the shore side, and picture a poplar tree up there with, yellow poplar leaves, and, and a lot of fucking mosquitoes. Yeah. I would be there too. Yep. Now my teeth are starting to suck in. I might have to take a leak because the pressure's built up. No, I better lie down first because I'm going to. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. I gotta take this thing off. Oh Jesus, the memory. Oh my Lord. I'm embarrassed right now because I was embarrassed back then. The first time you peed your pants. Oh my God. Because, I'm 59, my prostate's been iffy for years now, I think. And, I was just thinking now that I have to take a leak. And taking a leak. The term, taking a leak. When did I learn how to say that? When did I think that was funny? When did I figure out how to even say that? I can't remember when now. Or everything I'm remembering is well, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I think you get the theme, so I gotta go take a tinkle and I'll go right back. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna leave the door open, the lights on, because if I think of something funny, I can just yell it down the hallway. Yelling down the hallway. I always thought that was funny when I was a kid to hear that figure of speech. Right down the hallway. Oh my lord, this is so much fun. Oh, how much longer can it last like this? Oh, what a blast. Well, it culminates, it seems to culminate in both the wet side and the dry side mixing together at the something like that. I think it's a hem. That's the output equivalent of where the gulp and the two meet. You know, the two opposites meet to finish off the snap. So at some point in time, all those muscles, right, come to one sphincter, and you're trying to take that one sphincter that they all work to take control of that to open her up to let the air equalize. That's what you're trying to do right now. So you're trying to get all those sphincters down to that last one where they all meet together. Because at some point in time, when you swallow and constrict, right, there's one point where your body does that. At one point, there is suction, right? And that is the muscle you're trying to get a hold of. Wow. Wow, that makes sense, doesn't it? You know, the first time you ever heard the term making sense, you know? Wow. First time you had your fists up. Oh my god, this is so much fun. Oh my god. Put your hand like that. Oh my god. Cramp in my foot. Oh shit. Saying oh shit. Oh oh my god. Having to catch your breath. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I'm crying from laughing. I'm back to that again. I haven't even lied down yet. What the hell's going on? Oh, you know what? This is still the breathing side. This is still air moving inside. This is how to bring the air in. This is what the controlled way to bring in the air that wants to come in now, right? Like I've been fighting off all these reflexes from firing off, right? Snapping your fingers. The first time you snapped your fingers. And then thumbs up. Then winking. And doing this with your finger. Snorting with that pain in your eyes. Because you're crying so hard. From laughing. Tears in your eyes. Tears in your eyes. Oh, catching your breath afterwards. After a good cry. Feels good to catch your breath afterwards, you know, and then after you cry, then you feel better. Afterwards, you cry, and then you get you can't breathe for a minute. You're panicking, you don't know what's going on. You're crying and you're freaking out. You can't breathe. And then you start getting it breaks open. This is fucking hilarious. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. Jesus Christ. Oh God. Oh. What a riot. Oh. Oh, catching your breath. Oh, what a riot. Oh my lord, I can't wait to watch this. Oh, I can't think I can go any further than this. This must be it. Oh, what else is there? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, sitting down like this, you know, outside. Hands behind you, holding you up. And you're enjoying fresh air outside. It's a good day. You're out there, anybody. You're thinking to yourself, sitting on the dock, you know, feet in the water, splashing around. Thinking, yeah, this is a good spot. Yeah. Yeah. I think I just cycled back to that time I nearly drowned when I was a kid. swimming out to the float where the big where the big kids were. I was not a very good swimmer. I never learned how to swim. I just out there flailing around, dog paddling or something probably. Didn't know what I was doing. Almost didn't make it. I was literally at the dock, doing this typical classic like I just did. That's when I did it, right? That gulping like that. That's when I did it last. Was then at that moment in time. Wow, this is so weird. So now, oh my God, when's the first or the last? And you remember the first time you sat down and put your leg like this? You could tell a story to somebody. Putting your foot in the elbow, your knee in the elbow, of your foot tickles. Oh my God! Don't let me forget singing in the kitchen, banging the pots and pans. But I remember the first time getting tickled. Laughing uncontrollably, choking on it. That sound, the sinus just blew open. That sound of bringing up your cough, that when you first learned how to do that. Wow, snorking, very, very primal memory. Wow. Holy shit. Can I not do anything about remembering it happened the first time? Wow. Horking up a Luger. Hearing the term horking up a Luger and laughing at it. My assistant making me laugh. Stomach cramps from laughing. Remember laughing so hard, your stomach's all cramped here. You literally can't breathe because your stomach, your diaphragm is squeezed so tight. Not because you hurt yourself, but because you're laughing so fucking hard that your guts are all squeezed out, so your lungs are all empty, right? And you're trying to catch your breath, and you can't because it's still funny, so you're still trying to exhale the air, right? Which is exactly what a laugh is, right? So I remember the first time I laughed until I choked. And I had to bring it in. And this will help me bring up what's coming out. Because this is all reminding me on the process of learning how to cough. And the pain in your lower wow. The pain in your lower back when you're a kid and you start coughing, you have to get stuff up. I just experienced that. And then that burping up that thing. I remember the first time that happened when I was a kid. Because all these things, I mean, they certainly would have happened within the same 5 minutes, right? Not remembering being a kid and then remembering almost drowning. Oh, I never finished that story. I don't think, or did I? Jesus Christ. I'm remembering coughing. I put my hand up and told somebody, hold on a second. Wow. This is just amazing. Every single thing I do, I remember the first time I did it. Wow. Blowing my nose. Oh, it wants me to do that again too. Wow. Wow. First time when you hear your voice go weird. Wow. Oh, wow. It's making me laugh again, right? So it's giving me funny memories. Wow. Wow. Oh, my stomach's starting to cramp again. So what happens is I'm really fighting hard to stop the muscle contractions that want to happen, the coughing and the hacking. So I'm stopping them from happening. It's not that I'm stopping them. I'm actually letting them happen, which is even more fun, which is why they can keep continuing. I just figured that out, like literally just now. I figured out when I started laughing the first time a few minutes ago. What about on the last video, because I stopped this. When I started laughing, I was remembering funny feeling in my teeth because I'm just laughing too. I think maybe getting punched in the teeth. I don't know. That was too easy. Christ, I was just gonna say one. Bicycles. What's the first time I said that instead of F word? The F word. What's the first time I said the F word? Wow. I remember the first time I said the F word. Wow. So I had to go in and listen to doing something else. Shit, I forgot what it was. I haven't got to sneezing yet. That's probably going to be soon. When I start having to bring it in again, it's like this cycle. Now blowing out. I'm blowing my nose. That's one of those. It's all out, right? Here, blow your nose, blow your nose, and then spit into the bowl. Make sure you get it all. And you hork back to do it. Wow. And you do that. Make sure the sinus. I've done this before earlier in the other video. It's the same feeling. I remember back the other video was like the first time this happened. I just remembering the first time it happened again. Open with a froth in it. Making that disgusting noise. Making that disgusting noise. Working up something gross. Really working at it. Really working hard at it all day to get that goddamn thing out. Working at it. Just like that, right? That's the memory. Jesus Christ. Oh, I feel like I'm about to cry or something. Oh, I feel like tears have to happen here soon. Like after the first time, remembering the first time you hit your thumb with a hammer. Or something. I feel like I'm gonna get some of those too. And those are, I can experience them, but just like now, I don't respond to them. I can still feel the actions, and so my face. What you'll see is I'm gonna lie down, and I'm gonna be as motionless as absolutely possible. I'm not gonna do a fucking thing if I can. You put a meat around me, I might. There'll be the occasional twitch and stuff as I try to fight off reflex actions that are really hard to fire off. And wait until you see my calorie burn during this. Wait until you see my calorie burn. So right now, okay, let's see. This isn't calories. This is just blood oxygen level and pulse beats per minute. So pulse is 94. We're chilling. Pulse 94 and blood oxygen 96. And my shoulders started hurting again, which means now my lungs are starting to pull down and they're under pressure. So my sinus is going to blow in a second. And what's going to happen is I'm going to get that I mentioned earlier, the snot coming from my nose. That's about to happen again. As a matter of fact, that shoulder. Popped out your shoulder. My shoulder get popped out as a kid or something? This side. You know, when I was I don't know you are. Anyway, fuck off already. You know, when was the first time you said that? So, what was I just gonna say? Shit, good one. That's a good one. Oh, cut grass. I remember touching cut grass first time and having it slice your actual fingertips. Say something good too. Yeah, chapped lips. Wow. Oh my God. Touching them when they rip the skin with your tip of your tongue. Feel how tender they are. With your tip of your tongue, you're like pulling your tongue back because it hurts. I still think my sinus is gonna blow. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just letting my body do whatever it can. I'm just sitting here relaxing as much as I can. I'm not trying to move anything. Muscle, if something wants to swallow, let it swallow. I still feel like my body's under pressure. If you see what was the time again? What did I say? Time is now 12:20. So I'm gonna lie down and I'm gonna look vacant, and my eyes will be closed because it distracts me if I can see this thing. It's dead quiet here right now. There's no dead white noise, but brown noise because my battery died in the speaker. I've done the nighttime walkies. I still haven't peed. I probably should go do that. Did I? No, I didn't. The memory of not being able to remember if you peed or not. Did I just pee or not? I don't remember. Did I? And then doing this with your hand, this way or that way. How does that work again? Learning how to snap your fingers. Doing this with your hand. That's so funny. Wow, this or that. Remember that? This or that. This way or that way. And this wasn't really a big thing with us, I don't think. That doesn't really do it for me. But This does. No, no, no. That's no. That, I just did it. That's not me. That doesn't. That wasn't. That's not a primal thing. Hmm. Wow, grinning. Smiling and laughing, the roof of your mouth hurts because you're breathing hard and fast, right? Because you're laughing so hard, right? So your roof of your mouth hurts because you're breathing really quickly. And your mouth contorts like this because you're laughing so hard. Oh, we're going for a laugh again. That's great. I'm gonna sit up for a second. I'm not going to forget. I want to ride this one out. When this one peaks, then I'll lie down and let all the air out. Right now, I'm gonna let all the air in. So right now, my system, I'm letting it do all the reflex actions and exhale air, laughing. So I'm letting my body do all that. I'm breathing in on the other side of that blockage so that I can still keep it there. If I cough or burp, I can kind of keep that blockage where it is, and then I can top up the air, and then I can flip back to the other side and keep working on that blockage again. So I'll do that right now. Feeling it with something right in your tooth, or it breaks free, you know. And then you suck your teeth, sucking your teeth to make sure they're clear, you know. All your life you've done that. When did you learn how? I remember learning how, and I just farted, laughing at your own farts. Then I got a cramp in my foot earlier too. That cramp you get when you're laughing too hard, you gotta get up and get a cramp in your foot. I had one of those earlier too. It was just like this. I know I can't remember if this tape or not, but and my shoulder starts to hurt right now from laughing. And it's been hurting me for the last couple of months now. And it's this shoulder. I was trying to tell you this a minute ago. This with your thumb, pointing your thumb. I tried to say this a little while ago. When I lived in Whistler, right when I left Whistler, the day I left work, a bunch of horseplay at work had me pop my shoulder blade out, and I remember the guy that knocked me over. He was a ski patrol and knew all this first aid and shit like that. So he picks me up and I just screamed because he thought he stood up, my shoulder like looking weird, and he thought it popped out of its socket. It was actually dislocated. So instead of the socket coming out of the ball, right, the three joints that hold it in were all ripped or something, and it was out like this or something like that. So what he was trying to do wasn't going to work no matter what he did, something like that. So I just farted again. I remember thinking it was funny that I could do it twice. All these memories are so much fun. Oh boy, what a treat. It's like living my childhood again. It's like I'm living my childhood again. Oh wow, this is great. Oh man, I forgot what I was going to say. I remember a little while ago thinking it was funny that I forgot what I was going to say. And I talked about snorking. That first time you did it, you know, and feeling you could do that thing and make that funny face and get that stuff to move around, right? Oh, my shoulder. I just felt it again. I'm wondering, I don't remember this at all. I'm going to ask Mom again. I've got a couple things to ask her because of these memories that I'm having right now. I'm going to ask her about my shoulder because it feels like I must have blown out or something, because now my breathing goes funny the way it's out of whack right now. My shoulder keeps hurting. But the first thing that reminds me something's wrong with my breathing is my shoulder hurts. So I wonder if when I was a kid I blew the shoulder out somehow too. I just seem to remember something like falling. It's just, again, I'm having a memory, right? I'm remembering getting your shoulder fucked up when you're a kid. You know, something you get knocked over or something that happens to everybody, right? Now I'm remembering that thing running around the basement again where I had that pipe hit me in the chest. Now my memories are making me pull in air. And I'm all of a sudden really, really thirsty. Oh boy, I remember being thirsty. I remember being a kid and you're thirsty, right? And your lips are really dry. And they're smacking. And you want to get some water. And you're in the kitchen, you got a big old glass of Kool-Aid. And you can't wait. And the glass is cold in your head. And your mouth is dry. And boy, do you ever want that Kool-Aid. Oh, and it's going to taste so good when it goes in there. Remember the pain standing on your forehead when you were a kid? I wonder why that would be. Making him do it? Making funny faces. Let's give ourselves a treat. Another drink? You know, a toast, raising our eyebrows. Ooh. stuff to stick in my teeth again. Is there actually something there? Oh. I'm sitting still like this, right? With one leg up, this leg down on the floor, this leg's across the bench, right? I just got that cramp in the back of your knee. I just felt the memory of a cramp in the back of your knee where you had to stretch it out, you're gonna blow a gasket or something, I just remembered it. Oh, we're still on a funny street. That's good. We're still trying to exhale. Yeah, laughing is making me exhale now. Coughing does too, but laughing's more fun. They both do the same job. So why not laugh? Clean out your teeth. Get something big out of that. And there's more. There's always a second piece, isn't there? Memory I had earlier, I can't remember again if it's on this tape or not, was that chewing. First time I smelled steak, first time chewing steak and getting stuff in your teeth. It all came back kind of staggered memories. I remember we had these bone-handled steak knives. I don't know if they're really bone, but they had that kind of like scale. They kind of looked like carved wood. They kind of look like carved wooden stick handles. As a matter of fact, the points, they look like little logs. Right now, that I'm thinking that they probably were supposed to look like little pieces of wood. And the very ends were kind of like pointed, like this. Kind of like like if you're looking at the Old West Fort and all the logs are on their end. The tops kind of like a cone, like a rounded tip, like a pencil sharpener, like the smell of pencil shavings. Wow. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. You know what I'm gonna remember soon? I'm about to remember peeing my pants in school. Being scared to get up because you had to let go, you couldn't wait. And then you peed your pants. How embarrassed you were. Oh my Lord. Mortified. And you gotta walk home. Your pants are cold and wet. It's a long way. Everybody can see your wet ass. You're walking down the street. Wow. How's that for a primal memory? Wow. Holy shit. This is so great. This is so great. Oh, this was a good one. Oh, I'm glad I remembered it. Last night? It was tonight. It was tonight when I came in. That was the one I wanted to remember. I forgot about when I came down the gangway. Oh, wow. My dog is a senior citizen. She's pretty old. Sitting over there. And she's 14 now. And we were up in the dog walk park. It started raining. And she walked so slowly. I'm like, fuck, it's going to take us 10 minutes to get down to the boat if we walk at your pace. So I picked her up and carried her. Now there used to be stairs, but now there's a ramp. And then I walk a few steps and there's another ramp. And I don't think the tide was high or low to any extreme to make it relevant. Learning the phrase, that's not relevant. Wow. That feeling when you suck in the wind and all of a sudden your teeth clear out because all the meat stuck between your teeth that broke through it. And now you get that fresh air blowing in. My system is now remembering things that made me bring in air. So, getting a piece of steak stuck between your teeth, that phrase, getting a piece of steak stuck between your teeth, I can feel it right now in my mouth. I can fucking feel it. Yeah, well, it's a piece of pepperoni. It has to be. But I haven't eaten anything else for the last apricot, maybe. Kind of looks more plant than pepperoni, probably apricot. But sitting in the kitchen, banging on the pots and pans. When we were kids, we were all in the kitchen all the time, getting under mom's foot. She'd probably say, "Get out from under my foot," Or of course, the more mad she get, the more to want to pester her in the kitchen. The best fun in the world. Getting Mama riled up, the more mad she got, the funnier we thought it was, right? Because that's how kids work. So the madder she get, it was just like bait, like, okay, that worked, let's keep going. Oh, and then farting it, lifting up your cheek and farting. The first time doing that, pulling your feet underneath your foot, lifting up your foot like this, and putting your leg under your foot, Wow. singing in the kitchen, banging the pots and pans. We used to sing that in the. I just seem to recall that all the kids would go in the kitchen, and Mom would be there, and we'd have a pot in our hands, and we have a spoon or something. We'd bang on these things, and we'd sing a little. We'd sing this little song, and it was singing in the kitchen, banging on the pots and pans. And I don't remember if that's like small part of like a ditty from a larger song or something. Like I haven't sung that out loud, and again I'm 59 now. It's probably been 50 years since I've uttered that phrase. Singing in the kitchen, banging the pots and pans. Although that's a really that's a really strong family memory. Singing that as a kid, that's really powerful. That memory, and I think that I must have that's probably come up in conversation with family, you know, you know, way after it last happened, because it would have been something somebody would have said. Remember we used to sing, it would have been a while before it got faded out because it was a big deal. We did it all the time. I think it was a good thing, and now I'm back to trying to laugh again. My sister now wants me to laugh because it's making me think of things that were funny. And there's another one, stumbling words, things and getting your words all mixed up, and then choking and coughing. Putting your head in your hands. Wow, put your elbow up on something like this and leaning, looking around. Wow. I know it just cleared up over here. That feeling. Take a deep breath. And I'm doing that. Okay, now I really want to lie down and feel good. Yeah, it's making me want to. It's saying to me, well, you want more? If something makes you feel good, I got some more of that. Here we go. So let's go. So I'm not going to say anything, and I'm going to regress as I sit there looking at my face. I'm going to go deeper and deeper into. So I'm going to relax and relax and relax. And I've learned how to get there really quickly. So it might look like I just pass right out, but I'm in the process of completely relaxing my body. I'm letting my lungs inhale and exhale. So you'll see they'll just see long pauses. It seems like there'll be a long pause, and there'll be a little breath in and a little breath out, and then a big breath in and a big breath out, and nothing for another few seconds, something like that. So pay attention. So I'm not going to look at the camera. I'm not going to bother with the heart meters. It doesn't mean anything. It's just distracting, and I'm just basically focused on thinking about doing absolutely nothing. Quiet outside. Fuck, I should have music going or something. Speaker's dead. That's pretty quiet. It should be okay. Just burn the roof of my mouth again. Wow. And then that feeling of those shreds in the back of your mouth, when you burn the roof of your mouth and start healing again. That feeling of the little strings hanging back there because it isn't healed yet. Coughing from having a cold. I've done this. I did this cycle earlier, right? And then coughing and farting at the same time. That was funny. Then your nose clears. Then your nose clears. Whistling a booger back and forth. It's not in your nose. It's in your words, not. Catch your breath. Maybe. Maybe. I'm gonna try. Here we go. Shit, get down there. Okay, I'll have to do. I gotta fart again. And I gotta pee. I haven't done that yet. I better take care of that first. Shit. I better take care of that first. Or I'll be sorry. I'm going to take a leak. Which again, I said earlier, it was pretty funny when the first time I heard it. first time getting a little hard-on pecker when you're a kid and you're short. It feels weird. It was poking out. Why is it poking out? Oh man. It's all in a pecker. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hmm. Wow. Now I'm remembering a really, really strong memory of being a kid, and there's a toilet. I'm on my sailboat right now, right? So, but I'm sitting on a little table, a little, basically on a composting toilet. It's a toilet. I'm sitting down to sit, right? I'm sitting down to do. Oh shit, that sounds full. Let me be careful. And oh, I better check. Oh boy. Oh. Oh my God, there's another problem memory. Oh boy. Wow. Okay, two problem memories. Hope you're not full. Remember that. Oh, farting after you pee. First time that happened. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, I missed something there. I'll get back to it. Oh my God. This is so trippy. Huh. Oh, the memory of being in the hallway. So I can't remember the house, but I got home from school one day and I'm sitting in the bathroom. There's like a little, we had, I can't remember the house was. I remember there was no wood floor, white kitchen. Mom was there, and there was just a little toilet in one room just off the main hallway, I think. And hallway. Huh. And there were dryer vents on the floor in the linoleum. I remember that. We used to pull up the vents and look inside and go exploring inside the vents. Go exploring. Anyway, shit, back to the, my system's trying to make me laugh and talk, so I might start crying too. My face does all sorts of wacky stuff and I'm completely relaxed, just the muscles do when I breathe. I came here to pee, yeah, that was funny, I was sitting down. Oh, I remember sitting on the little john in the bathroom having a pee when I left from work. I remember sitting there for a very long time having a leak. I think I was thinking about having a dump and I wasn't really trying to have a dump. And I'm talking to Mom through the door, and she's in the kitchen doing something, and the lights are off, like I'm sitting in the dark, like I am exactly right now, and there's a little light coming from the floor, in the memory, underneath the door, like, because I'm in the dark, and I like the fact there's light coming from underneath the slip of the door, and that is another one, slip in the door, right underneath the door. So, I'm talking to Mom in the kitchen, and discussing a spelling test. I got a word wrong, and I was pissed off because I didn't understand why I got it wrong. I'm like, no, it's spelled right, and the word was one, but I misheard her, and I put W-O-N versus O-N-E. I either misheard her or misunderstood or something, but I got it wrong, and I was mad at myself. I was so pissed off. Oh, well, can't wait to see who I was mad at. I was probably, you know what? That's a problem memory too. I was probably indignant that the powers that be got it wrong, and I was right. That's probably why. That's a primal thing for me too. Man is always wrong. I know what's going on. And that instance, I think I recall that I had a ground to stand on. I remember my teacher, Mrs. McMillan, maybe. I might be getting Uranium City and Stewart mixed up. She was this I think was Uranium City. Really tall, well, for me everyone was tall as a kid, but I kind of remember her looking like Shelley Duvall in The Shining, except yeah, I feel a lot like that. Yeah, a lot like that, except round glasses, freckles on her nose and stuff, and skinny like that, and black hair. And that's kind of what I remember. Mrs. McMillan, maybe, something like that. I remember a teacher, Mr. Russell, maybe. Mr. Russell. I remember Mr. Russell. He was like a hippie guy. He had like long curly hair, and I can't remember why on earth we were ever in his apartment. But wow, oh my God. He had in his living room table, he had a little mahogany sculpture of a hand doing this, and it was probably from I think it was a souvenir he got from when he was in Hawaii, and it was on his living room table, like this when we went in there. God, I just remember that table we had when I was a kid. Oh, I just remembered the first time I had it. Oh my god. Oh. I forgot to charge my battery, so this thing might die on me. So this is running off of DC. I should put on AC. It's even better than running off battery, isn't it? Or is it on AC? Check that real quick. My glasses are not. What did I come up here for? Remember the term, what did I come up here for? What did I come up here for? Check. Yep. Yep. Let's cycle back to the last phase because my body's now trying to bring air in again. So it wants me to bring in air. So, it's so much fun, I'm going to do it again. Let's see what happens this time. Okay. So, I get a feeling that I've already vocalized. I won't repeat it. We should recognize it. Wow. First time I chew a piece of gristle. Tastes good. Won't go anywhere. Just won't go anywhere. Try to check the power. You ever farted? Now I remember. And then that feeling of, now I remember. Wow. Because on AC I didn't have the fucking thing plugged in all the way. I think I yanked the cord at some point in time. Okay. It's making me want to laugh. I'm okay with that ride. Let's go again. I don't even take my glass off. I don't even see him. You don't need to see me. Actually, I don't need to see you. Or I should say, wow. Stomach cramps. Way down below. Lower belly button. Lower stomach cramps, Lower stomach ache. Stomach cramp. That feeling of it gurgling up through your stomach for the first time. Coming up. Pulling air in my anus at the same time. Nope. Out. Oh, there it goes. Oh! Second needle. Or I got it to get that. To check that. Fix the power for this thing. The memory was the first time you made a wet fart. Embarrassed yourself with a Hershey squirt in your shorts. Mortification of doing that. Oh god. Traumatic. Traumatic for a kid. One of the worst things in the world could ever happen to you. Imagine, just imagine the embarrassment. I am. I'm not imagining it, I'm remembering it. It's funny. That's hilarious. I'm remembering I did the exact same thing after scuba diving once. Jesus Christ. Me and a buddy of mine used to go scuba diving pretty regularly in Vancouver. We jump in the car first thing in the morning, grab our tanks and all of our gear, and then go for a dive. And I had a bran muffin and a coffee, and this battery's gonna die. I had a bran muffin and a coffee, and I was so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lie down and get started getting into phase mode, and I'm just gonna like stop drooping, turn this off for a minute, and I'm gonna hope that it'll charge enough to keep going for a bit. But memories left me. Doing this with your finger. Get food out. Flicking your finger. I bet you that's getting rid of a booger, you know? Picking your nose. Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes. I'm remembering so many things from being a kid. First time experiences. Wow. The laugh phase is coming. I might still know. So I'm going to lie down a second and relax. It's like I'm getting closer and closer to the middle now. You know, the laugh phase brought me back, and now the wet phase is trying to start right now. I'm going to bring something up. I'll lie down and let that happen unless it comes out right now. Remember being a kid? And the first time you threw up? Remember? Watch this. Watch this. That one too. That'll demo it. For the first time, you were thinking about this? Not a good memory. Not a good memory at all. But it's primal, it's deep. And my body says if that takes what it takes to make you do what I want to do, let's do it. Kind of working out that pink stuff again. That's deep memory too. Getting tooth pulled. Playing with the socket. With your tongue. You know? My teeth feel really weird right now. My tongue kind of feels like I'm playing with my sockets. I forgot my teeth pulled out, but I was in my 20s. All of a sudden, I remember coming out of this. I remember coming out of the sedation, doing this and doing exactly what I'm doing right now. I kept on moving my tongue around. Kept on playing with the fucking stitches. I couldn't stop. They were just driving me mad. It was like days, and I kept on farting with them. My tongue was raw because I kept on rubbing it past the tooth trying to get it where I felt the stitch was, right? So that's what I'm doing right now. That's not the primal. That's a strong memory, but it's not deep primal. That's just mid 80s. So that would have been my early 20s. So I think we're ready to go down again. So I'm gonna drink a bunch. A couple swallows. Did I pee yet? I did. For Christ's sake, the bucket's almost full. The bucket's almost full. Oh my God! Another primal major memory. Well, Mom will remember this. This is the third thing I'm going to ask her about. When we were kids, we all did a road trip down through. Wow. Sorry, I'll backtrack a bit. Behind that wall is a composting toilet, so we've got a big reservoir in the bottom for liquid. So it's basically a 2-gallon bucket of pee back there. And if I'm at home all day, then it fills up a lot quicker than it does when I'm not at home all day. You know what I mean? And your voice getting hoarse for the first time. You know, when you're a kid and you're like, your voice, you got a frog in your throat and you're hoarse and you can't talk. All the things is my system making me bring up whatever's stuck in my throat. It's forcing me to bring it up. This is the neatest goddamn thing. Oh, I lost my train of thought again. Oh, and then the first time your nose was itchy. My nose was itchy. That'd make me laugh again. I flipped back to laughter. Oh, I better leave the bucket. I better leave the bucket of spit over there because if I start laughing uncontrollably, I might throw something around. So my system is making me laugh by giving me memories of things that I thought were funny back in the day. So let's see what brings up. Things just spring to mind so quickly. It's been absolutely amazing. Susan and I came back up the hill from sledding all day, and came to the house, and the house was all the fire trucks and stuff. I guess the first blown up that day. And we walk up the hill, and the fire trucks they're at our house, and they're like, "What?" I remember it being a mad situation, because by then at this time of the day in northern Saskatchewan, it might have been 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It was pitch black, right? I mean, we were out in the dark all the time, right? It was dark. There weren't any street lights that I recall. So I mean, I don't know how we did. I don't know how the hell we did it. I remember being scared of being lost in the dark. Wow. Oh my God. There's another problem memory. Getting lost in the dark. Oh, remember being a kid, and then it's pitch black, and you can't find your way around, and there's trees all around you, and you're lost in the dark. You don't know where the hell the tent is, or where your family is, and you're freaking out like, I'm lost in the dark. I don't know where I am. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Ah, yes it is. If it's the Cookie Monster. Yes it is. It was the Cookie Monster. I thought it was the plant from Little Shop of Horrors. And then all of a sudden Cookie Monster popped into my head. I don't know if he said feed me or not for sure. But all of a sudden he fit the bill, popped in my head, fit the bill. I'm going to pick up a couple of key points out of this, write them down, and then call Mom and talk with him on camera and ask her these questions and ask her about these 2 or 3 particular events that I remember happened, and get her recollection on them before I post a video of it and say, hey, we did watch this. So, okay, something's happened. You make me want to sneeze. It's making me want to start inhaling air quickly. So it's trying to make me sneeze. It's tickling my nose. That was that tickle earlier a second ago, right? And now it's going to make me go sneeze. And the last time I had to sneeze, it caught me by surprise. I didn't know it was coming. I hadn't figured out quite yet what was going on. This is a couple of days ago when I first sneezed. It took me by complete surprise, and it broke the seal because I closed my mouth, and then all of a sudden I was back to zero. So if I start coughing, or if I break the seal and then the pressure, then I have to, like the negative pressure that's in there right now, then everything will equalize, and I'll be right back to square one. I have to go back to the start again and relax. I'll be back to what was 12 years ago, 8 years ago, or 12 years ago, 12 years ago, 14 years. It takes a while to go backwards. We're going to count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who are we going to pre today? Keep memories again. I can keep memory for a while until I feel like lying down. This is too much fun. This is too much fun. Had a big bundle of walled up tissue in your hand with a snot rag, in your hand. That feeling of having it there, there it is. I'm remembering that right now. That first time you got a snot rag in your hand. What are you supposed to do with it? Hang on to it. Put it in your pocket. Put it in your pocket. What am I supposed to do? Hang on to it. Then be told, put it in your pocket. Oh my God, this is so fun. Oh my God, that's just the best memory. Oh my God. What am I supposed to do with it? Put it in your pocket. Parents are like, look at it. Put it in your pocket. Oh my God. Oh wow. That's a funny one. Oh my God. I remember my horse going through it again. Throat going hoarse again. Maybe kid you talk too much. Are you getting cold? You get the dry cough. You bring stuff up. Got that really dry cough. Jump up, dock. Oh no. Splash the water. Stay awake. You're at home. You're allowed to stay up, and you're watching TV or something. And you can stay awake. You're so tired. And every time you go over like that, it squeezes the air out of your lungs. Remember that?